I would now like to welcome to our virtual stage Tracy Brabin, our first Mayor of West Yorkshire and first ever female Metro Mayor in England. Tracy has prioritised the safety of women and girls as part of her policing plan and has visited Ni3UK before because of our alignment to her work, which offers an intervention for young people. Tracy, it's so lovely to see you. Thank you for taking the time to join us. It's really appreciated. Thank you.
Well, Gillian, thank you so much for that fantastic introduction. And weren't those videos and the photography really compelling at the beginning? So if you haven't seen them, please do hang on for the end where you may be able to see them again. So thank you so much for the invitation to speak to you all today. What a pleasure to be here. And I'm not yet at my first year of anniversary as the first ever Mayor of West Yorkshire, the first ever woman Metro Mayor in the country, but I'm so proud to be the Mayor for the region where I grew up and where my family and friends still are. And as a woman and someone who has experienced sexual violence, I feel I'm in a unique position to do all I can to lower the number of women and girls who suffer from violence and abuse. Earlier this month, along with my brilliant Deputy Mayor for Policing and Crime, Alison Lowe, we launched my police and crime plan. And the plan is a key document that sets the strategic direction for West Yorkshire Police and our partners. And as I pledged all those months ago to the communities of West Yorkshire, the safety of women and girls sits at the very heart of that. A whole host of work has already been undertaken. We weren't waiting for the plan, we just got on with it. It's had quite an impressive impact so far, if I say so myself, because we've been able to engage government as well and the West Yorkshire Police to come on this journey with us. We've been able to, working with West Yorkshire Police, get misogyny recorded as a hate crime. One of the first ever forces across the country that have committed to that. And I really don't think that would have happened without a woman Metro Mayor, without a deputy PCC who was a woman. So I'm really proud that we were able to get that over the line. We've brought in over £2 million to increase the number of independent sexual violence advisors and domestic violence advisors. So often, women don't get justice because they just can't bear the process. So these advisors help them through to get justice at the other end with that enhanced support. We've managed to secure £390,000 to tackle domestic abuse. It's split between 4 projects which hold offenders to account, and it delivers bespoke training and guidance to try and change their behaviour for good. We've also been able to win £655,000 from the Home Office from their Safer Streets Fund, and that's going to go to 2 projects promoting the safety and use of parks by women and girls, and there's 2 parks in every one of the 5 districts in West Yorkshire, and delivering a person-centred programme in higher education and further education establishments to talk about what it means when we talk about protecting women and girls. We need to bring in men as well into the conversation, that what do they believe safety for women and girls looks like, and how they can change their behaviour, whether that's peer-to-peer, bystander programmes and so on. We know abuse is absolutely deep-rooted in gender inequality and subconscious biases that have developed over generations. This is not something we're going to solve overnight. It occurs irrespective of class, ethnicity, faith, sexuality, or where you live. And most recently, didn't we see the outpouring of emotion and testimonies following the tragic abduction and murder of Sarah Everard and the murders of Sabina Nessa, Nicole Smallman and Biba Henry? It demonstrates all too clearly there remains much that must be done to tackle gender-based violence head on. And let's not forget, 2 women a week are murdered by their partners or their exes. So it is urgent that we tackle this at speed. So part of my work in this area, and I was privileged to spend time with the team at Ni3UK, who behind the Danielle game. I've been really, really impressed by their years of work and the research that's gone into the game itself. And again, underpinned by interviews with young women and focus groups with men who perpetrate violence, and developed with feedback from survivors, young people, and teachers. Sadly, we know pornography is just too accessible online and on people's phones. Young kids, 10 and 11, seeing hardcore porn in the playground. And we've got to intervene with a counter narrative around respect, consent, and information about what constitutes a loving relationship. Education and awareness of these issues from a young age are absolutely vital. And what better way to engage young people than a computer game? And as I've said, boys and men are a pivotal part of the solution, and we can make positive changes through education. And this is just a great, accessible way to do it. It's also really pleasing to see that the game and the accompanying curriculum resources are free. So I'd urge you to visit the dedicated website, download the game, and see how it could help in your area of work. And I know that you're set to hear much more about the game from later speakers. So for now, thank you so much for inviting me. And together, let's work to make the world a better place for women and girls, to make it safer, and to make boys and men part of the solution, but also to be innovative and creative. And that's exactly what this is. And I just want to say thank you again to you, Gillian, and the team for all you do. You really are a shining example of what we can do in this space that is new and fresh to change people's lives. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. Thank you so much. I can't believe that you've not actually reached a year yet in tenure. And the list of things that you've already managed to do is, well, it's above and beyond. It's incredibly impressive, because sometimes preventing violence against women and girls feels like we almost need a revolution. But actually, small steps can be made. Sometimes big leaps can be made when we have like minded, energetic, committed people who can begin to make that difference. And you're definitely doing that. And I am so looking forward to seeing your plans keep coming to fruition, and for Ni3UK Research Centre to play a part, however small, in that, in making sure that violence towards women and girls reduces and hopefully disappears. But thank you so much for your time. It's been fantastic. Thank you.